Aloha, I'm Jack Dugan with Pacific Media Group in Maui now. Today I sit down with Mayor Michael Victorino and Judge Richard Bisson to ask them some questions about important issues facing us all here in Maui County. Okay, first question, over-tourism. With crowded airports and a return of tourism to near pre-pandemic levels, visitor congestion has surfaced as a key issue among our readers. Do you believe that over-tourism exists? And if so, how should it be measured and mitigated?
Well, first of all, over-tourism back in March of 2021 did exist. We had a pent-up demand for visitors. There were no other places open in the world, and Hawaii opened up. And there were many, many people coming here uncontrolled, and we had just a surge that many of us could not handle. In fact, if you remember, I asked people not to come during that time because it was so overcrowded. Now, the rest of the world is pretty much opened up. And so I believe, if you can see the numbers lately, our high-end destination has drawn less numbers as far as people that are coming. Our occupancy rate is the lowest in the state, but our residual effect and our monies that are coming in for the par value of the hotel is on the high side. So they're doing quite well. I think we are looking at what Maui Park Maui will be doing. You know, some of the programs that we'll be instituting that will help reduce the number of visitors that are coming here. I believe that our policy of no commercial activities on Sundays and holidays at our beach parks is beginning to work, and the visitor and are seeing that we are a home, not a destination, and I believe we are in a good position now. We depend on the hospitality industry, but we've got to make sure they know they come here to respect the resources and the people that live here. This is our home. And so with that being said, I think the hospitality industry with the Maui Nui plan, which we are a part of and we've spent the last 2.5 years working on, is now taking effect, and I think it'll be what we call regenerative tourism will be a big part of how we move forward, both in the hospitality industry and as a community.
Thank you, Mayor. First question, over-tourism.
So we understand that tourism is a main economic driver for our island, our county. We also understand, however, that tourists impact our infrastructure, they impact our resources, they impact the quality of life for our residents. And so I think there is an impact when tourists are here. However, there are ways we can manage that. There are ways we can coexist. But I think we have to understand that there is a capacity that we can withstand on our island, on our 3 islands that make up our county. I'm a proponent, for example, of limiting the times and the hours that a tourist could drive in and out of Hana, as an example. So we would say no driving in between the hours of 6 and 8. Anytime after that, maybe limit it from the hours of 4 to 6. Whatever those times would be that, you know, we put it out to the county, I think would work. Having a toll booth, maybe at, let's say, Twin Falls and one at the winery up in Ulupalakua would be another possible way to manage tourists that go into Hana. I think our Hana people, they want the tourist business, but I also think that the residents who have to drive in and out for work don't want to have that extra impact. And I also think we should pay good attention to our Maui Nui destination plan, which is 2022-2023. There's one for Maui, Molokai, and Lanai. And I feel like we need to follow the recommendations that came up with, that had been arrived at by the stakeholders who took advantage and got together and held community meetings. The newest term we hear now is regenerative tourism, which is, to me, you know, it used to be ecotourism, it used to be sustainable tourism, and today we use this term. And I think, again, it was the result of a lot of hard work for a lot of people who put the time in to come up with this plan. So I think we should honor it. And again, there's one separate for Lanai, separate for Molokai, and separate for Maui, so that we can manage our tourist industry. But again, keeping in mind, we know 50% of our funds that we receive here for our county comes from this industry. And we also understand that there's a lot of small businesses and a lot of people who earn their living off of tourism.
Thank you.
Thank you.